Hello, hello. Where is YouTube? Here it is. Oops. Hi. Hello, hello. I'm working on some covers for fun. Let me just see if that's good. Okay. Hi. How are you? So, I'm Kelly Snow. Welcome into my channel. I've got a group on Facebook, Junk Journal Junkies, etc. The link is there, and an Etsy shop where you can get all the supplies we need, plus fun stuff. Oh, I'm trying. I'm really sorry. I got to get this set because it's my new one. My new one, I had to get a longer arm with these roll top desks that I got. Okay, so I've got a couple different covers to do today. So I figured I would turn on the camera and sit and hang out with you guys for a minute. Okay. Lifting my skirt for you. I coffee stained paper and tea stained paper today, so kind of grungy. Anyways, here's my book, hardcover, Handyman Encyclopedia. So I took the book out, right, and I covered the back with a cream colored piece of cardstock, and I covered the front with a piece of felt, nice thick felt, okay? And then the inside, I just left it because I think it's fine. And then I have a piece of muslinish covered by some tea-stained lace. Look at my fingers. And then I sewed her all around the edge. So here it is, all sewn. Now I get to sit here and put this on. So that's kind of fun. I just have to make sure the placement is right. I like to keep as much of the material out of the spine as possible. So that's fine. So I'm just gonna Mod Podge. Very exciting. It's very exciting stuff. You know. You could use a different kind of glue, I imagine, but I'm just gonna use Mod Podge for this. I rarely use it anymore. I think it's just for this pretty much. But I do have matte. And this weekend I had a junk journal workshop at my house. And it was really fun and everything, and all the girls were there, you know, everybody. And, well, there was only 4 of them and 1 of me, you know, so there's 5. So that's plenty for when you're teaching somebody who's never done this before, you know, a group. It's pretty hard, you know. So anyways, I noticed we were just using cereal boxes because these are first-time girls that have no idea what's going on. So, you know, that's harder like that. You know what I mean? Never even seen one before, you know. So, I just had him over and was going to just show him the basics. You know what I mean? But the basics take a long time. I was like, dang. I think they sat for my dining room 5 hours. Some of them were there 6 hours on a Saturday. I had invited them over for a lunch potluck. And I think by the last, we're finally leaving at like 6 o'clock. But we had so much fun. Obviously, they didn't care, you know. They got the afternoon for themselves, you know. So we just hung out and stuff. But I think the next time I'll just do the cover and maybe, you know, get ready for the paper or something. I don't know, but got to figure that out. But anyways, I noticed when they were doing their covers, which is why I'm bringing this up. If you're using a cereal box, you got to watch out how much glue you put on, because they start warping and bending and getting all weird if you don't put, you know, enough cardstock over top of your cereal box, you know, or if you use too much glue, then it just gets to be bendy wendy, you know. And we put fabric over it, and you have to glue the fabric down. But I like to put felt down because it makes it nice and softer, you know, and it covers up the words and it makes it a little cushier. And but see how much glue I gotta use, and it soaks in, so I could probably use a different kind, but I'm just doing it because it's what I got sitting here, I guess. So should have done this side first, I guess, but whatever. We'll figure it out. I usually sew around the edge anyway, so I really don't want this to be like super gluey, you know. Now this side's probably drying because I'm taking forever. But that's fine. So anyways, they used way too much glue, I noticed. You know, if you're never doing it before, you just want it to get enough glue just to make it sit still there just for a minute, because you're gonna sew it, you know what I mean? Especially if you're using a cereal box, you're gonna sew all the way around the edge, so you don't need a ton of glue. You know, just enough. All right, so I just measured this a minute ago, so hopefully I got it in the right spot. I did. Yay for me. All right. Perfect spot. And it's fine if you see the spine right now, because after I sew my signatures in, I'm going to cover up the spine, see, with doilies and stuff. My phone is ringing off the hook. There you go. Today we're Gonna get a second house, I think, in Minnesota by my parents. There. And I don't know, you know how they always sell your information? It's like, oh my God. As soon as they ran our credit, the phone started ringing. It's like, okay, you probably shouldn't put our phone number on the, you know. All right, so good enough. So I ripped the book all out of this right here. And then obviously, right? And then I glued down this really sturdy piece. So I can sew into it and, you know, not have it rip up and stuff. So it's got the book cover leather and then the really sturdy fabric for the spine. So that'll be fine. And then we'll just get some glue on here and wrap this baby up. There's only certain kinds of book covers that I do paper with, because sometimes it's fun to just do paper too, you know, or just whatever, you know. But certain kinds I like to do fabric, so, and I have so much, I need to use it, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. All right, that looks good to me. So we'll just bring it over. And I always try to double the layer of fabric if I can, because the glue shows through on certain kinds of fabric. So you have to be careful what kind of fabric you use. It's got to be just right or you're going to see the glue through it. And that normally isn't a good look. Right? So that's why I do the double fabric, and also why I do a light coat of glue, because I don't want mine to look all yucky. And it will too. Okay. And then this one, I don't know. I got to figure this one out, how I'm going to do this one. Because it's a black and white photo for the front. I'll show you in a sec. And I did a neutral background as well, so there's not much color on here, you know what I mean? But sometimes I like those like natural ones, but we'll see how this looks here in a second. I'm probably not going to put too much underneath the photo just because I already have this, but we'll see. And I don't like to put anything more in the spine, so I just try to leave it empty. And the only part that I really need to worry about now is where it's glued onto this fabric right here. And then what it's doing when I close it. Sometimes when you use fabric, it gets, and it gets too tight. And then it doesn't want to. There we go. Nice. this will be a nice base. And I haven't decided yet, because here's the photo. I can just leave it like this, because I'm going to have my hole here for the closure. And then I was thinking about, you know, decorating the spine up and having the spine, you know. And I don't know. I mean, I could decorate some on the bottom, but I like the words, so I could bring this down some and maybe like drape some of the fabrics and stuff over the top or something. And I can still put a couple of layers underneath too, you know. I mean, because I can always rip this a little smaller, but not unless I don't want the words. But I could just have this, but I kind of like this whole thing. So I don't know. We'll see what I'm going to do with that. I haven't decided yet. But that's a nice beginning. And then what I do is I take my tacky glue or the sewing machine, depending on what I feel like doing, and I run it a stitch right here to close this up. Or I just go like this with my glue and go inside here and get it all nice and perfect. See how it looks in there? So I'll go in here now with my glue as soon as it runs down. And then I'll squeeze this together, like I said, or I put a stitch down, all the way down. But I guess I decided I'm going to do glue. So that's how I shut mine, but I use tacky glue because that's the best. I just like tacky glue for everything. I just do. It's best value. It works with everything. It even does gems and like, I don't know, it's just the best overall glue that I've found anyways. And I've been doing it for a few years. 5 or 6 years or something. 7 years maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. But you just do that and then it closes it right up. And then you can leave the shag or cut it off, you know, whatever you want to do. So that's how I do this part. And then I got another cover I'm going to do. I'll show you in a minute. It's really cute. But we'll see what I'm going to do with it here. And again, you don't want too much glue because then it's just a sticky, yucky mess, you know. So there, they're both stuck together nice. There's no glue showing through and there's no oozing or anything anywhere. A little bit down here, it's a little sticky, but it's fine. There. Nice. Got the bottom done then. And now we can do the top. And then I'll show you my other one. So fun. Anyways, the next time I have that junk journal workshop at my house, I was thinking about setting up my YouTube camera. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? I think I'm gonna do it. But I think it'll be November because October is so busy. It's actually my women's circle. It's not a junk journal group. It's just I host a moon circle every month. on the dark moon or full moon or new moon or whatever. One of those hippie groups. And we journal in them. Wild Woman Sisterhood Project. If you haven't heard of it, you can look it up. I should link the group here too. It's really great. So I don't have an online community as of yet. I'm doing Zoom meetings, so I mean it's kind of like that. But I have a YouTube channel for all that kind of mystical, magical stuff. It's called Under the Junk. And I can't decide if I'm going to keep doing Zoom meetings or if I'm just going to do it on my other YouTube channel or what I'm going to do yet. I can't decide. So we'll see. I think I only have like 200 people over there on the other one. And a Facebook group is called Under the Junk too, or Wild Woman Sisterhood of Snohomish County. It's all the same. On Facebook, it's all the same. Okay, there's that. Anyways, Wild Woman Sisterhood Project is really fun, and we meet and discuss all kinds of different stuff. So there's that one. And then we do meditations and different stuff, you know. And then we do 10 minutes of in-circle journaling. And so everybody gets their journal out and stuff. So it was really fun last weekend to show everybody how to make one. And oh my God, we had so much fun. So that was fun. Okay, this one I did the same thing. Gutted the book. And then I put the sturdy fabric on the inside. This one I did the outside too because I had to take the spine completely out because it was way too small. So I just wanted to widen the spine, and that's why I took it out. So I just covered it up, and that's it. I love this cover and stuff, and I love the kitten in the back and all that, but I need this size, so there's nothing I can do. And then this photo somebody sent to me, I don't know, a while ago. And it's really pretty, and, you know, but it was just too new looking, so I just glue stick down my napkin, put my napkin on, matte medium over the top, you know. I mean, I inked first and stuff, and then I put matte medium over the top. And then I put some gold stuff on around right here where it like shimmers. And I did some black script stamping. And I scraped on some white gesso, and I sewed around the edge too and inked and stuff. So I did a lot to this. And then this, I guess, is what I was going to do. I just forget what I was going to do now. I forget. I think it was... I forget now what I was going to do. I think it was just this. This goes on the cover. So the ruffle hangs around. I've never done that before. I don't know if I like it, but I think I do. And then this is going to fold over the back to cover up some of that. And then that kitty is still there. I'm going to have to figure this out. But after I sew my signatures in, then I was going to put the two doilies over the top. Still, we can see the kitties. Or I was going to do something to the spine, you know. Something to where it hangs over a little bit, at least. Her hand is pretty, so maybe I'll do it like this. We're covering up the kitties a little bit now. You know, or I'll find a single piece, you know, or something. I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to put something over the top of that, but dang it. I love that cover, but it's the perfect size for this. I can't find anything else, so I just want to use this. But the kitties are so cute. So that's that for this one. Isn't this one cute? So that's that. I'm just going to put glue down. It doesn't have to be a ton of glue for this. I just want to make sure how much ruffle I want on the edge here. I guess that's good enough. Because I can put metal corners in here and stuff too, you know. So I guess right there is good. All right. I guess that's what we'll do. And then my next cover, I got 3. And I just do the beginning stages of them, you know, until I get my signatures in and stuff, so. But it's just showing you the base work in case you're new. So most of my glue I want in the middle because the edges is just lace, you know. So I just want to put enough glue down to you know, just to hold it there a little bit. It doesn't have to be crazy or anything. So we'll tap this down. There. Cute. Okay. I like the ruffle going around. That'll be cute. And now I can do the fabric part. This part you gotta do a little more glue because it's fabric on fabric, so. Still, you don't want to like overload it, so. Try to get away with less is more, but still you want it to stick, so you just gotta learn it, you know, as you go. Okay, cute. And now it goes over the spine a little bit. I was wondering if I shouldn't sew my strings in first, but I won't. I'll do this one layer. Sew my strings in and then cover those up with doilies or something. And I'm not putting a ton of glue there because you don't want to have it be weird when you're trying to bend it open and closed, you know. If you get too much glue in there, it wants to be stiff and creaky and yucky, so just don't put too much glue in there. Okay, and then I'll put a little on the back right here. There. Nice. I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. Something, if I could find a good word, like this one says, I don't even know what that word is. It's an adjective though. Mean, poor, or dirty, worthy of praise or regard. Equal in measure. I got all these cool cards. Commensurate. But you know what I'm getting at. If I could just put something on the back, you know, like this. That would be cute. Or a different photo in there besides kitties. I could find something maybe. I don't know what yet, but something. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? I could just do butterflies. Is that stupid? It fits perfectly. Is it stupid? That says charming. That's cute. You can't even tell they're butterflies then. And it says charming. I kind of like that. That's cute. And then it still has the frame around the edge. So I'm going to have to do this. I'm cutting it even smaller because I like to see the frame and make sure the frame is seen. Look, and it's hanging. Oh, that's cute. So we're doing it. Or I could put one that just says vintage, you know. Or something, you know. You get what I'm doing. All right, so let's just... These are the little pack of cards I made. Aren't they cute? You can get them in my shop. The link is there. They're really cute. Okay, we'll just put that there. Oh, cute. I don't know why this makes me so happy, but it just does. I have different words, though. You know, it doesn't have to be charming, but that is cute. But I have, like, fabric ones, too. It just says joy, or... And then you can still see the little wings. That's kind of cute, too. I don't know. Is that too Christmassy? It just says joy. Here's one that says friend, but that don't work. I don't want that. I have had this frog in my throat. I don't even know how long. I have to look at this because we're buying a house in a different state. This one says faith. I don't want that either. This one says peace. I don't want that either. So I guess charming is the ticket. Unless I do vintage, but I don't know where that is, so. Now I have 2 desks, so I don't know where anything is, of course. I think I know where this is, but I think charming is okay. With this cover, you know, and just vintage, basic, just vintage stuff, you know. But charming is cute. Oh, I like it. For on the back. Cute. I like that. All right. And then this goes right here. Eventually. Right? I haven't decided if I'm going to put, you know, little things underneath of it or what, you know how you do when you layer. So I don't really want to glue it on right now. But that's what it's going to be. And then I'll put my holes right here in the front for the closure. I could put metal corners on, but we'll see. I don't know. Okay, that's cover number 2. Now, I have one more. I actually have 4 covers sitting here, but this one is a cereal box. It's got this huge spine, so I'd have to put at least 2 signatures in here. This is the cover. So, all I have done so far is cover the cover with cardstock. It still needs something here. So let's do that. I actually could just use something on this side. trying to think now because I have to cover it too. And I haven't decided what to cover it with yet either. So, does it need that? I guess it does. Okay, so I will use this same thick stuff. It's muslin, but it's like a little bit thicker than a muslin, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you want to have it over the joint, because that's the whole purpose why you're doing this. Besides strengthening the spine, you're strengthening the joint where it's going to be open and shut all the time. It doesn't have to go over a lot, but it's nice to have a nice, you know, flap there. And I don't really like measure. I just do it like that and then rip. All right, so we'll glue this down after we get it wrapped. So, and what am I going to wrap it with? And do I want to put felt? I always usually put felt because, you know, or something, because it makes it, you know, feel like it's nice and fat or whatever, you know, cushy or something. So let's just look at that. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm showing you how to do 3 different kinds of covers, so that's kind of fun. Actually 4 if it doesn't get too long, because I got another one sitting over here that's going to be just Mod Podged on, because it's a magazine, old magazine cover. So I'm really excited about that. So this looks like the perfect size from the last one I did. Right here. Pretty much, pretty good. Let's see. I need something to mark it with. I'll get something here. There. Okay, and I'll just fold it there and cut across. And I have to figure out what kind of material. This is crooked already. But I'm just cutting out a little square, so it's fine. We'll get it on here and we'll see how we can. And this, I figure, is going to be covered by, you know, all this, so I don't really need to. And then I can possibly put, you know, lace and stuff over it, but I still see it does come through, so I might have to put something on that that's white. Because that is some bold red. So another cardstock isn't going to hurt it any. As long as I make it so that there's a threshold and there is not on top of the joint. Otherwise, you're going to have issues when you try to open it and stuff. It's going to be weird. So make it a little bit smaller because you're just wanting to strengthen and cover up the red. You don't want to get in the way of it opening and shutting. And that is still screwed up. There we go. Okay. I think we got it. We'll see. this side of the line, and hopefully that'll keep me small enough where I don't have to recut. But we'll see. Ooh, look at that. I don't have to recut. Can you imagine that? All right. All right, so I'm just going to use Mod Podge for this because it's going to be covered up with so many different layers that it's never going to go anywhere. All right. There's a little easement where the joint is. I probably could have got more right there, I see, but it'll be fine, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, there. That's good. Okay. That's the cover, so we will put this on top and then trim. And then we'll figure out what the heck kind of fabric should I put on this. It's another black and white, and she's reading a journal, which I love. Or a magazine or something she's reading here, but that's fun. I always like to do neutral covers like that, but, you know, just make it a bunch of old lace, you know. So that's probably what I'll do. I've got a bunch of really good vintage reclaimed lace in my shop. The link is there if you need some. So I think I'm probably going to use all my good stuff from my store on this. I haven't got to use much of it yet, so I'm excited. It's really fun when you get in some really good stuff. Like, it's kind of rare that you can find really good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, really old, good coloring and, you know, all that stuff. Stuff you don't see all the time. And I really like Reclaim too because it's so cool, because it's come off of like baby doll dresses or baby dresses or like teddy bear dresses and like tablecloths and like shirts and, you know, just different stuff, you know, wedding dresses. Okay, there. That is going to be nice. So now I can trim the felt. I don't always put felt on the back. I normally just put it on the front and just leave the back like it is. Just depends. If I'm doing a chubby, little chubby one, you know, then I'll do it on both sides. But normally on this size, I just do front. There, and then I find some fabric to wrap around, just like we did. Wrap around, sew around. Let's see, this is going to be the cover. She's looking at a journal. That's so nice. She's got a painting there. She's all laid out with her pretty, with her pretty dress. And these could be pink, maybe. So I got to figure out what kind of fabric's going to go around here now. I don't know, and I don't have any sitting here. So I'm not going to make you guys sit and watch me dig through fabric, because I don't really have any sitting here. I mean, I have some plain stuff and like plain and lace again, and just copy the cover that I just did because they're both pretty much the same, and I'm just gonna layer, you know, Let me just look if this is big enough. Let's see. Well, let me just see. I just have a piece of muslin-ish material here. Not quite. If it's square, it's not gonna quite be big enough then. Don't think it's quite big enough. Oh, maybe this one is. Maybe this way it is. We'll see. It's got to be able to fold over to the middle. Oh yeah, that one's big enough. Okay. Okay. That's good. Because we're going to have that piece here, right? That spine piece that we cut. It's going to go on there first. But now I'm just kind of measuring, so let's just do it. So let's measure, eyeballing, right? So measure it all the way up to the top. There we go. That's going to be good. Perfect. So all I need to do is cut and rip. Oh yeah. All right. Let's just make sure here. I need to iron this part because it's kind of wrinkly and stuff. And I want it to lay nice and flat because I got to put lace on top and sew it, you know? So it's got to be just right. That looks pretty good. There. Okay, so while we're waiting for the iron to heat up, let's put this on first. That is fine, just fine. Okay. Do this. Again, kind of a thin coat on the Mod Podge because this is thick fabric though, so I'm putting what I would call a medium amount. Like I can see it on here, you know. Okay. There. Nice. So there's felt, and then there's cardstock, and then there's cereal box, right? And then the whole thing's gonna be wrapped in fabric. That's how I like to do it. Okay. There we go. And then the next time we will sew in signatures, I imagine. And then maybe decorate, right? All right, I think I'm done with this Mod Podge right now. What am I at? 49 minutes. Dang, it goes by so fast. I'm trying to hurry. You know what I mean? God, but I did 3 covers, so. All right, so let's, my iron is heating up here. Let's see about this. I just tea stained this today. And a whole bunch of paper. That's why my fingers are all dirty. Stained up. I don't like to measure and stuff, so I just lay my fabric on top of the other fabric and just like that. That's how I measure. I don't like measuring and stuff, so. We'll just do it like this. Same kind of deal as the last one. We'll cut this out. And then I'll iron the white piece underneath. And then I sew them together. And then I glue it down. Okay. And then what I do is I go to group, Junk Journal Junkies, etc. And I post what I'm doing. You know, all the pictures and stuff. And then I link the video. And then you can try it. And tag me and let me know how it worked. If you come to group and try to make a cover like this one, let me know how it goes. For fun. Then I'll be like, hey, somebody watched my video. Somebody tried my video. Okay. Perfect. All right, now we can iron. Iron and then sew. I just got wrinkles across the top here because it's one of those like kitchen towels, I think this is. Nice, and then I'll measure. Well, I'm not measuring, I'll iron this side. Flat because it curled when I ripped it. If it'll stay, we'll see. Uncurled. Okay, so then I just, like I said, just sew around it and then glue it on like I just showed you, and you got the next one. At least the solid, you know, the foundational work anyway. Then you got to decorate and stuff, but you know how it goes. All right, so this goes right to my sewing machine, I think. That's kind of off a little bit. I'll move it so it goes all the way to the edge. There. So I'm going to go sew this. Okay, you guys. Thanks for coming in and visiting with me. It was kind of fun. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Tabitha. How are you? Well, good then. Maybe I showed you something. Did I? You'll have to come back and watch if you didn't see the other ones, because I did a couple different covers. This one I did the same thing. Fabric strip. And then I just put a doily on the front. I'm going to put my picture on that. And then this one, I did exactly the same thing I just did. It's a hardcover book. And I just wrapped it in the fabric and glued it down, and then I'll put my picture on the top. Okay? Thank you. We'll see you guys later. Let me know how it goes, Tabitha.